herdsmen boasted nothing will happen to them because their people held security agencies. Survivor claims. The woman said she had fallen victim to the killer herdsmen at a gated part of the community alongside motorcyclist who was killed on the spot while she was spared. A woman who survived the recent EBONYI killings, ongtoire ০ŁłŁ1ÑG, has narrated how herdsmen boasted that nothing would happen to them after the attack as they had their people as heads of security agencies. ongtoire ₦ŁłŁ1ÑG, a graduate of the National Teacher Institution who works in the educational department of the Ķ1ŁŁ1ÑG local government area of the state, stated this while recounting her encounter with death at hands of killer herdsmen. The woman said she had fallen victim to the killer herdsmen at a gated part of the community alongside a motorcyclist who was killed on the spot while she was spared. According to her, the herdsmen slit the throats of all the men captured and stabbed them in the stomach, but spared the woman, when they said would take the message back to the community. In an interview with Punch, she quoted one of their leaders as saying, "Do not touch the women. They will go and tell their people that this is the consequences of daring to chase Fulani herdsmen out of their community. They will take our message to Nnamdi Kanu that he is doing his Biafra and that he and his IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, cannot stop us from operating anywhere in the southeast or even south-south. All the heads of security agencies are our people. If they attack any Fulani man in the state, the government security agencies being controlled by our people will go after them. While we will come for reprisal, tell Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB that he can continue to rant on social media, while we do what we know best." ongtoire ₦ŁŁ1ÑG described the attack as a horrible experience as some of the herdsmen who spoke Fulfilled and Pidgin cut the men's hands and noses after killing them. She said, "On Monday, while I was coming home from where I went to, I mounted an Okada, commercial motorcyclist, from their park at the Nkalago junction to convey me to Obiago, my hometown. The rider is from the same community but not the same village. We left Nkalago around 5 p.m. and from Nkalago to Obiago is between 30 to 45 minutes with a motorcycle. We passed our junction, Egedegede, and about halfway into the town, we saw people wearing black attire and most of them were inside the bush. Because the Okada rider was on top speed, he could not stop immediately after sighting those people, and because he was not suspecting anything, he continued. Unfortunately, when we got to a point, those people swapped on us. We were trying to run, but we didn't know they had surrounded the entire place, and they grabbed us. They started beating us, dragged us into the bush so that nobody could easily see what they were doing from the road. They were hitting us with their machetes on the head and kicking us with their boots. They stabbed the motorcyclist in the stomach and slit his throat. That was how they killed all the men. Some of the attackers cut the men's nose and hands after killing them. It appeared that they started the killing on the road leading to the community. We were the first they stopped, and the Okada man conveying us were the first person they killed. As other motorcyclists were coming, they continued killing them, while the females were being tortured. After the beating, they would drag them inside the bush and ask them to lie down. They killed all the Okada riders, but the women they didn't kill, but beat us so mercilessly. What I saw that evening is better imagined. It was very horrific, but thank God for sparing my life. God is very merciful to me. I was calling the name of Jesus Christ to intervene. and save us. While I was praying, I was also quoting the Bible, remembering his promises to those who believed and trust in him. So, as I was praying, one of them said I shouldn't pray again and close my mouth, but I kept on praying and they kept beating me. One of them raised a dagger to kill me before another one shouted at him to stop and not to kill me or any of the women. There was nothing they didn't use to torture us. They hit us with machetes, they kicked us with boots and marched upon us. My survival was a miracle of God. After they had killed all the men, they gathered some motorcycles and were burning them. At that point, I discovered that they were not close to us and we all ran inside the bush. And while we were running, we continued to hide behind trees and the darkness of the night covered us. So we slept inside the bush until the following morning. In the morning, two of us who ran and hid in the same place trekked back to the scene to see if our belongings were left, and some villagers saw us and took us home. The attackers were many, more than 20. I couldn't have counted them because some of them were on the road. Some were staying with us and beating us, while some were going up and down. Probably those were on surveillance, looking for more people and ensuring that they were not repelled. Meanwhile, all of them were carrying AK-47 rifles with double magazines. Thank you for listening to this news. This reminds me of the statements from one person like that from the southeast. What he said concerning the Boko people in uniform in the southeast. Yes, that was during the influx of Omajiris into the southeast. He said that these people that we are seeing, they are not just getting entrance into the southeast. Their brothers in uniform are the one giving them access. If not, they wouldn't have been able to gain access. So if we can only do away with the Boko men in uniform in southeast, they won't be able to gain access into the southeast again. So the Boko people are right. They are the one ruling. They are the one in the army and in the police. So definitely their brothers in the military will always come for the rescue. And that is what they have been doing. They have been taking advantage of their being in the military. You see that? So that is why I am saying that the president is not doing enough. He's not doing enough because they are taking advantage of his administration. And the president on his own too knows about that. He will pretend he doesn't know anything. Only God is saving us. These people don't want forgiven when caught because they have dealt with us. Enough is enough. We have to speak up. We have to speak up. This is a proof. The woman is not a formulator. She is not a liar. She is telling you the reality. So it is now left to you to either believe or you leave it. These people are the same bandits. They are not any fucking herdsmen. I've been saying this, I've been lamenting on this, but nobody believed me. Now it is a confession. So it is left for you to believe or you leave it. Alright? So my dear viewers, this is a true life history and confession. It is not a movie. Before some persons will start saying that we have started constructing again. Okay, let me hear from you and know what you have to say about this. Deem it free to leave your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.